He wanted her, she never told. Secretly she wanted him as well. And all of the friends stuck up their nose, and they had a problem with his very clothes. He was a skater boy, she said see you later boy. He wasn't good enough for her. She had a pretty face, but her head was up his face. She needed to come back down to her.
What up, Jomboy and Jake Radio? It's Tuesday. It's Dead Tuesday. So we got Avril Lavigne because she died and was replaced by a clone named Melissa singing Skater Boy off her debut album, Get Over It. Came out in 2002. I have vivid memories of waking up in middle school, eating my bowl of cereal at the counter, watching MTV Top 10, and this was like #1 for that entire year.
Yeah, I just had one of those tough moments where I was like, I was in my parents' shoes being like, that song sucks. That song is really bad, huh?
It's fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like the noise coming out from the voice and the instruments are just really bad.
Just whiny. I love that it was spelled SK8 ERBOI. Skater Boy.
Yeah.
Like that was cool back then.
The boy was kind of ahead of its time. That boy made a comeback.
Well, yeah, way ahead of its time.
Avril.
Avril. Yeah, she died. She was replaced by a clone named Melissa, which is why her height, her nose, and her style have all changed over the course of her career.
You think she died and then she was cloned?
I don't think so, but the internet does.
Oh, okay.
But I also kind of would love it to be true. That'd be awesome.
You'd love it. You'd love a lot of things to be true.
Yeah. She finally responded. These rumors have been swirling for a decade, and she finally responded to them, Jake. Want to know what she said? That's weird.
It's weird.
That was her quote.
Yeah.
So
I'm with her.
Ooh, that's what you sound like, a clone.
I do sound like a clone.
Skater Boy. You don't like that song? Come on.
I mean, I haven't heard it in a while. I mean, Avril Lavigne was a cultural icon. I mean, blonde female, like tough skate girl. Like she set the mold.
She wore her middle school gym class shirt in her Skater Boy music video with a tie over it. So she like started that trend. Girls thought wearing ties was cool on the scene. And her middle school started making money off of selling her shirt. That shirt, their middle school gym shirt, because Avril wore it I remember hearing that. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Good business.
Yeah. She's still doing stuff. She got an album coming out soon. She's still a singer.
She hit a level of high when she was popular that like you can't ever come down from that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it was really Melissa.
Like if someone comes up to you and is like, yo, this like Thursday night, like 7 o'clock, Avril Lavigne's fucking playing at the theater down the road. Like you're going.
I'm not going.
You're going. You're already there.
I'm not going to that.
You're the one that played the tunes. You're there.
I like
Jimmy, what do you mean? Come see Avril Lavigne. And you're like, I don't know. Like, I don't think her music was that great. And you're like, she's like, Jimmy, it's Avril Lavigne. It's a free concert. You're going. Now you've just done a double take. I'm
definitely not going to that. I don't like her post-death, her Melissa stuff.
Well, she hasn't died.
The hey, you, I don't like your girlfriend. Talk about awful sounds coming out of her voice. That's terrible.
No, see, again, that's currently in my head as a really good song. So,
do you want me to play it for you, or we can see?
No, man, I know that's an awful tune.
Yeah, there you go. It's terrible. Anyway, yeah. Oh, I'm ending our themes, just to let you know. I'm officially switching to weekly themes and not daily themes.
Oh, okay. Just stab me.
Yeah. Yep. I decided that last night.
Avril Lavigne hasn't died, but our friendship has.
Tough break. It's tough start of the show. Let's go into tri-state area news. What?
The choice you made.
Do you have anything to tell us about your day yesterday?
Well, yeah, I mean that's what we normally do right now. Yeah, our friend, well, lifelong friend and Talking Knicks friend, Kenny Poon, swinging through Denver. So saw him, did a couple of the if someone's in town, regular things you got to do. Went to this place, and sorry for the ad, guys, but this is Lucille's in Denver. It's a like Cajun brunch place, and it's really good, man.
Lucille's Creole Cafe is its full name.
Dude, it's
Use
really
its birth
good.
name.
Dude, no. So I've mentioned this, and I've kind of mentioned this with donuts and some treats. Like Fat High School Jake was really good at blocking out some things that I shouldn't eat. Like I've always given myself permission. Like if I'm eating tacos or cheeseburgers or something, like there's a lot of meat in there. Like I can go to town on those. Those are meals. But basically, I've talked myself out of desserts. Like I just can't do that. Like I can't. So, and even a lot of carbs, a lot of that kind of stuff. The carbs are tough for me. Can't be doing the pasta dishes, heavy breads, et cetera, et cetera. But Jimmy, this place has a biscuit and gravy that is just out of control, man. Like it would be on my I would have to add it to my electric chair meal.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want to rethink it?
I mean, I'm not taking anything out. I'm adding it too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why don't you just ask for everything then?
It's not the appetizer. It's like the pre-dinner dinner.
Okay. A biscuit before the dinner rolls.
Like it would probably, yeah, like instead of dinner rolls, it would be biscuits and gravy.
Okay. It's not going to fill you up, so then you won't enjoy the other things before you die?
Oh, I mean, it so fills you up, but I'm about to be electrocuted and shit my pants, so.
All right. I went to Lucille's. I found a bunch of reviews. Most of them are 5-star. It took me a long time to find a 1-star review, but I'm going to read it because it might be funny.
Dude, they're sponsoring this episode, and you're going to read the 1-star review?
Yeah, because then we're going to.
Who are you? Why don't we just end themes?
Yuck.
Oh, wait, we did that.
You got to hear this review. I don't endorse the review, but okay. It's sometimes the people who leave 1-star reviews are usually crazy people, and it's fun to laugh at what they write. Here it is from Jamie R. in Estes Park, Colorado, who has 0 friends on Yelp.
That was mean. That was a little jab. You're mean today. It's Tuesday, isn't it?
I'm reading his bio.
Yep. Go on.
It literally says Jamie R.
You didn't have to say I have no friends.
That's what the bio says. Jamie R. Estes Park, Colorado. 0 friends, 2 reviews. 1 star. Yuck. Besides the maggots and roaches, watch the employees eat off your plates. Ask to peek in the nasty kitchen. It's pretty disgusting. And make sure you ask about the roach and squirrel-infested dump area in the back. And pay close attention to the drug-addicted bartender drinking and the guy snorting coke flipping your eggs. Do you, boo?
Yeah, I mean...
He came in hot.
He came in really hot, and he had a bad time at Lucille's. His ex definitely works at Lucille's.
Yeah.
Like
all right, here's a 5-star review to balance it out. My go-to place for Cajun food at affordable prices. This place never disappoints, and I enjoyed their breakfast brunch meals. My friend Jake really likes their biscuits.
No.
That was Eddie M. 8 friends, 28 reviews, 4 photos.
Dude, the biscuits and gravy, man. Whew.
All right, well, next time I visit you, we'll go.
We can go. It's almost tough because you don't want the biscuits and gravy to be like your meal. Because like if you walk away, you go out to brunch and you walk away and you're like, oh, I got the biscuits and gravy. And everyone's kind of like, come on, man. What? So then I have to get like some eggs and grits. And then with the biscuit and gravy, now I've had like a huge meal. Usually feel pretty ill after Lucille's, but in a good way.
In a good way.
Self-induced.
There's one review in German. Wow.
Yeah, like that.
Wunderbars. Frühstücken, tolle Atmosphäre. Schneller Service. Super frische Saft. Lecker Eisen. Brescher Guts nicht.
This is you're very beer fest in your German accent.
That's all I know. That's all I know.
that's your German culture study.
Yeah. That was from Gilthorne. 6 friends.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to think. We ended up I watched the Duke Syracuse game, which we'll probably talk about a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
a little preview for tonight, but I'm going to the Denver Nuggets Golden State Warriors game, which is two of the top teams in the NBA, Jim. So I'm excited for that.
Where are you sitting?
Oh, like literally the roof.
Wow. Did you bring binoculars?
Like nosebleeds. No.
You ever brought binoculars to a game and you're like, okay, let's bring binoculars. This is a thing people do. Then you put the binoculars to your eyes and you look through them for a second. And you're like, what the fuck am I going to do with this? That sucks.
Yeah. I've never got that. I feel like my dad used to do that at Yankees games and he'd be excited. And I'd be like, no, this sounds awful. I can't see anything. Like, okay, there's Jeter kicking dirt. Can't see anything else that's going on.
Yeah, binoculars. Weird move.
How was your yesterday, Jim?
Dude, I sat in this chair all day. I got up and I went to the post office at one point, which is 3 blocks away from my house. Shipped some things to some important people. Came back, sat in this chair. Didn't get out of this chair till 11:30 at night. Went to bed. Very exciting day.
Nice.
Yeah, did nothing. Did nothing.
I just tagged you on a video on Instagram I think you'll like.
Should I watch it now or should we do sports first?
I think you should watch it now. I think it's a good lead into sports. I think you're going to like
it. Okay. Who is that? It's a guy on the Suns?
It looks like
Bucks?
Bucknell versus West Virginia.
Oh, Bucknell versus West Virginia. And for some reason, I thought that was Draymond getting hit with the ball. And he just turns around and slams the ball in this dude's face. The dude was screaming.
Yeah, defender is full intensity face and just gets pegged in the dome. So
what's the call there?
Good video. At basketball on Instagram. Good Instagram name.
At basketball? That's the Instagram name?
Yeah.
Wow, they're verified.
Yeah.
Fucking weird. At basketball. Let's go into Tri-State Sports.
Sure.
Adam Gase eyes are the scariest thing that ever be put inside one human's face. I'm literally petrified. I didn't even laugh because I am scared of whatever his eyes were doing during that press conference. The Nets beat the Celtics 109-109. That can't be the correct score. I jotted this down pretty tired last night, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't 109-109. The Nets are in 7th place in their conference. Nice job. Ex-Yankee pitcher and pitching coach Mel Stottlemyre passes away at age 77, beloved by all and really respected in his field. R.I.P. Mel. The Devils wiped out the Blackhawks with ease. They're up 6-1 in the second period. Ended the second period 6-3. Ended the game 8-5. Nice little brawl at the end because, you know, if you're the Blackhawks, you got to do something to get your boost up. $17 million to Jacob deGrom. It's the biggest increase in salary ever, arbitration salary. He went from $7.4 million to $17 million in arbitration. Big win for the players. The Rangers have called up top prospect Ryan Lindgren to help out on defense. 20-year-old should make his debut tonight on Tuesday.
Hey.
Hey. What's up? What do you want to talk about? Can we talk about Gase's eyes? Did you laugh? What's going on?
I think we want to let's get the serious out of the way because I don't want to miss it. R.I.P. Mel Stottlemyre.
Yeah. You know what? I was looking up all his game logs yesterday and stats and stuff like that.
Sure.
His rookie season, he got called up, pitched really well for 2 months, and then it was in the World Series against Bob Gibson and other guys. But the coolest thing I found was there was a game where he threw a complete game 2-hitter. So he held the other team to just 2 hits, and then he went 5 for 5 from the plate. So he out-hit the other team by 3 hits. And the only other way to beat that record, like I don't know if that's the record, but the only way to beat it would be if a pitcher threw a no-hitter and had 4 hits, or a pitcher threw a 1-hitter and had 5 hits. And I would guess those haven't happened. So that has to be the record for a pitcher having more hits than the opponents that he shut down, which I just thought was kind of fascinating and cool. Then I threw it to all my researchers on Twitter that do work for Yes Network. And one guy found the last 9 National League pitchers that threw a no-hitter got a hit in the game.
How about that?
So there's some fun facts. And, yeah. I mean, Mel was part of the 90s Yankees. He was.
Yeah, I had the realization yesterday, and it's one of those things. I've told this to you. I enjoy Bill Simmons to a degree. I respect Bill Simmons. I really enjoy Ryan Russillo. It just hurts me because when I listen to a lot of their stuff, they always end up in these Boston references, which just cripples me because I don't know. It's the opposite of what I grew up enjoying. And people were circling some of the pictures of the 90s Yankees coaches, Torre, Zimmer, and Mel Stottlemyre. And dude, like those, I don't think you'll ever be able to convince me. And I realize it's a blind spot in being a sports fan and like analyzing sports, but you'll never be able to tell me there's a better coaching staff than those guys.
Good.
Yeah.
No one should even try it. I wouldn't tell you that.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah. And then I was like, people would say like Bobby Cox and Leo Mazzoni, but they never did good in the biggest games.
Burn.
Well, it was a compliment.
I think you just said that Bobby Cox and his staff suck.
Well, so that's out of the way. A lot of nice words about him throughout the internet.
Okay, now can we go on to the real serious conversation? What's up with Adam Gase's eyes?
The Adam Gase thing is unprecedented. Because you can't do that. You can't do what he did, especially in New York.
Well, I don't think he was aware of what he was doing.
And I guess that leads to the question, what was he doing? And is he okay?
He had to be on drugs or like something was going on. Did you see the one where they put the taco in front of his face and he's looking at the taco? That really helps point out how crazy it was. His eyes were going all over the place. Everyone was laughing and yucking it up, and it scares me. I don't want to be in the same room as that guy. Maybe that's why the Jets hired him. They were just so fucking petrified. Yeah,
you wonder if that was him trying to do one of those like tough coach mantras, like he knew it was going to be this happy, fun introductory event, and in his head he was like, oh, I kind of want to put off this crazy tough guy look, and then he went past crazy tough guy all the way to drugs.
Something wrong. Everyone said the rest of his interviews were like nice and good, and he was normal. Great, but what the fuck was that, man?
And know what? If you're the kind of person that you need to like fully clear your head before you step onto a stage like that, and you need to like shake it out, or just one of those type things, like you have to know you can't do that the first second you step on the stage in a New York press interview.
It's the worst introduction press conference I think I've ever seen.
And I mean, like, there's no chance he can be good now, right?
I think he's damned, man. How is any players going to fucking respect him?
Like, on a legitimate note, like, there's never been, like, oh, if you look back at, and maybe someone will reach out and they'll inform us otherwise, but, like, find me the guy that's done something really kooky during his introductory press conference, and then it's like, well, they got past that and they went 13-3. Like, I don't think that happens. I think it's done.
I mean, his players have to be like, coach, or petrified of him. Maybe scared of him would be good. Would you want to sit across the table with the guy's eyes doing that? I'd bounce so fast.
Hey, fear runs the people, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully he's got that going for him.
Whatever. That was scary shit.
DeGrom got paid. That's nice.
Yeah, big $10 million more in arbitration. Record-setting whatever. Devils.
You think the Mets are sitting there like, fuck. Like, we knew it was going to be a bump. We didn't think it was going to be the record breaker.
I'm looking at worst introductory press conferences, and Herm Edwards, when he went to the Sun Devils, didn't know that their nickname was the Devils.
Sure.
Because they called them the Devils, and he was like, don't call them that.
Well, I like that.
It's pretty bad.
I actually like that a lot.
Ben McAdoo was mocked for his suit not fitting him, but that's like a football guy move at the time.
Right.
You're supposed to be
That's
slobbish.
a classic, like, oh, I don't care about the suit.
Oh, the first guy, Ron Zook, who was University of Illinois, pronounced it Illinois in his press conference.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. Like, that's for the fan base to like you, that you're out.
Right. Instantly.
Jim Zorn for the Redskins. He did not inspire confidence by rambling about the maroon and black, which are not the Redskins' colors. It's pretty good. And Jim Tomsula, he said, we've all been part of a team somewhere, a great jazzercise class or yoga class, you know.
Dude.
Good point.
Jim Tomsula is the absolute best.
Yes.
He's the best. He's the best worst hire there's ever been.
A lot of those are putting your foot in your mouth or not knowing, not saying the right thing. What Gase did was just like his entire being was satanic. Yeah. Scary as fuck. I'm out on Gase. Like, I don't think I can look at that guy.
It's tough. Like,
I went through and I looked at normal pictures of him, Jake, where his eyes aren't moving. And then all I can see is like, oh, yeah, those are those eyes, those little beady moving eyes. So I just can't even look at the dude anymore. Yeah,
it's tough. Like, it's tough to picture him being successful at all after that.
Which is weird. Because a lot of people would be like, it's just one press conference, just his eyes. But that's a bigger message there. Dude's a nut job.
Well, if you're so prepared as a head coach, you don't come into your opening press conference and do whatever the hell that was.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's go to the national news.
Picking up where we left off yesterday, Kyler Murray declares to go to the NFL draft, and he will be the #1 pick. He hopes. Nothing to lose in doing that. College basketball, Jim. Syracuse takes down Duke. Syracuse was +17, one of the bigger favorites you'll find in ACC play. Cuse gets the W. Kansas, solid win. Everyone knew they were going to win because I told you. They ended up blowing it. They felt bad for Texas late, so they let them make it closer than it actually was. Harden, NBA news, Jim. Harden, NBA news, Jim. Harden, NBA news. Harden scores 57 points, most consecutive 30-point games in not in NBA history in their live ball era. And Jim, we should have mentioned this. You did mention it briefly in Tri-State news because it's the Nets, but the Celtics are officially a hot mess. Everyone turning on them. Losing 3 games in a row last night to our Nets, 109-104, not 109-109 as reported earlier.
The 109-109 victory is rarely seen.
Rare. It is rare.
Only if someone has more penalty kicks than the other person.
You got to, too many players get kicked out of the game.
Yeah. I was in a soccer tournament in Australia once, and our team lost because we didn't get as many corner kicks as the other team. That was the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Which was a bummer.
You don't believe in that? You don't think that's a good thing to decide a game?
No, I don't. I don't. Otherwise, I would have just been like the last minute, if I knew it was to come down the corner kicks, would have been taking the ball up, just ricocheting it off a defender in hopes that I get some corner kicks.
Just aiming at dudes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. You'd play the game differently.
You'd play differently if you knew if it was 0-0, what's easier? Scoring or going into the corner and then just ricocheting it off a dude's ass out of bounds?
Dudes. Yeah.
Murray to the NFL. Did you say he's going to go number one? Is he going to go number one?
I said he's going to go number one. He hopes.
Oh, he hopes. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Giants going to take him? Just push Haskins down to the Giants? Does anything matter?
Nobody knows yet. Nobody knows if anyone actually cares that Kyler Murray is 5'10".
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody
I
knows
was
my
kind of happy with the media because this move did mean nothing. Like Kyler Murray should have done this no matter what. So he's announcing for the draft. We'll see how much love he gets. We'll see how involved he gets with pro days and stuff. I mean, Jimmy, I don't know. If you're reading the tea leaves, this is essentially the same shit as Baker Mayfield last year. Like Baker Mayfield came out and teams were like, yeah, he's probably early second round. He showed a lot this year. He was awesome. But he's got a couple off the field things and he's still undersized. And then by the end of the draft process, he was the number one pick. And it's like, okay, Kyler Murray is the same exact thing from the same exact school, except no off the field stuff. So like if we threw out the size and all that stuff for Baker, I mean, why not for Kyler? Especially when the current head coach of the number one pick said earlier this year that he would take Kyler Murray number one if he could. And he can.
He can. Yeah, that actually is really fun that is now happened. Like that he got the job there with the number one pick and Kyler's, maybe it's collusion. What if he's the best ever and then people will say it's collusion?
I don't know.
You ever heard the name Kyler before?
Add up.
What's that?
What'd you say?
I said, have you ever heard the name Kyler before?
Oh, okay. That's what you asked. I was going to say, I have not.
It's a weird name.
I'm not.
It's supposedly an Irish name.
It's a letter off from Skyler. It's a letter off from Skyler, and it's a letter off from Kyle.
And Tyler.
Yeah, technically, depending how we're doing the game, yeah.
Yeah, you switch one out.
It's Skylar.
It's an Irish name. Kyler, Irish baby name. It means a place referring to the Narrows. So there you go. In German, it means calm. And according to babynamewizard.com, some nicknames for Kyler. So whatever team drafts him, they're going to want some nicknames. They can go with Kai Kai, Kai Bry, My Guy Kai, Smiley Kylie, or Kai.
What website are you on?
Babynamewizard.com.
So we're talking about Kyler Murray deciding between an MLB career, an NFL career. Could he be a top pick in the NFL draft? And what you ended up on.
It's babynamewizard.com.
Babynamewizard.com.
Yep. Well, I was like Kyler. Never even heard that name before. Time to figure this one out.
Jimmy, not for nothing.
Yeah.
Which I want to start saying more because it always cracks me up.
It's big Jersey saying, or East Coast in general.
If you're Arizona, just take him with the first pick, right? You're Kingsbury. Everyone says like you didn't deserve the job. You come in, you take him. If he's good, he's good. If he's bad, you can kind of blame it on him and be like, we took a chance.
Yeah. Redo. It's reset.
Hey, we took the 5'10" guy. We took a chance. Sorry about it.
Yeah. We'll do it again in 2 years. We'll just do it again. Who cares?
Jim, you would have liked this Duke game.
I watched some of it.
Duke favored by 17 points. They went up 11-0 to start. So you're a team coming in that's favored to get beat by almost 20, and then instantly the other team goes up 11. And they climb back. They won it in OT. There's never no love when it goes to OT. And kind of cool for Syracuse. Kind of bad. Duke's got 2 losses this year, Jim.
They lost 2, but Syracuse lost to UConn. So now UConn's better than Duke.
UConn's best team.
Yeah. You're burying the lead.
Yeah.
Boeheim, Jim pissed his pants.
Boeheim. I mean, is there a discussion there? Because I don't think there is. I think he peed his pants.
All the images, it looks like he straight up peed right in his pants. It doesn't look like a water spill. It's not on the side. It's not on the side. It appears he peed his pants.
And this is, for me, Jim, we always lose sight. Or sometimes we don't. Sometimes we get thrown off. Like Pete Carroll and Nick Saban are 2 of the older coaches, but they look great because they're these hardos that stay in shape. I mean, Jim Boeheim is a 74-year-old man who's standing on the sidelines during this intense basketball game. Like, I wasn't surprised at all. I was just like, yeah, it looks like this old man peed his pants.
Yeah. Peeing your pants is cool. Instead of me, Miles Davis. Someone said it's because he had got prostate cancer, and that's probably what happened. You can't really control it. That's sad.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance, and again, like none of us are mad or making fun of him, but like it happened.
Yes, yeah. I haven't peed my pants since I was a kid, but I'll pee my pants again before I die.
And it would be ignorant if we didn't talk about it, Jim.
Yeah, that's why I was like, you're burying the lead here. Duke lost. Cuse beat him, which makes UConn better than Duke. Also, Boeheim peed his pants.
Kansas just gave Texas free points at the end as like a charity thing. We talked about that. There's nothing to really say there.
Bet of the day. Bet of the day.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Kansas was up 10 at some points. They just let them back in. And it sucks, Jim, because when bet of the day, I searched through like 3 different sports to find one bet that jumps out. So mentally in my head, like 5 other bets that I considered will hit. So then I'm sitting there like, oh, I thought Syracuse had a chance. I should have picked them. I was like, oh, I knew James Harden would bounce back. And then, people are betting their livelihoods on these games.
Yeah, everyone's taking your word to the bank.
But luckily, we're both 3-1 now.
Yep. Yeah, I got on the scoreboard behind me.
If you follow me or Jim, I mean, you're still super rich right now.
Yes, very much rich. I was on Periscope for this game. I went live.
I saw you tune in. That's how excited you were for my streak to end, which says a lot about you as a friend.
Well, what do you mean? I was excited about my record doing better.
I think you were. See, that's where I think that's the spin. I think you were more excited to have my streak end. I think the L went up before your W.
Well, it's just left to right on the board.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, how into Asian culture are you? And do you write right to left sometimes? I don't know.
No, I don't. But you're right. I was way more excited for you to get a loss.
Exactly. So, and that's fine. The streak is over. But I feel like I'm about to get hot, Jim.
Physically? Mentally?
Well, I mean, I'm always physically pretty hot. Not in sexual way, people, like internal.
Internally, yeah. Hot skin. Got hot blood.
Yeah, hot-blooded. I got a fever of 100 degrees.
That's the half.
Hot-blooded, hot-blooded.
New Spider-Man trailer came off. You super pumped?
No. Should I be?
No, I don't care. I don't care. But you should go watch True Detective episode 1 and 2. It was good.
Good.
Yesterday I said I was going to watch it. It was good.
I think I got to go watch season 1 before I can get into this season. I know they're not connected, but
you should watch season 1 because one of the best seasons of TV. But if you want to be like, that'll set you back because part of the fun with watching shows like True Detective is the week that like craze, like what's going to happen, and like being part of the live craze. So I think you should just watch it. Start watching it now.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, by the time I catch up with the old True Detective and then in real time with this one, it'll probably be, I don't know, episode 7 or something. So I'll be there for the good stuff.
There's only 8 episodes, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll stand by episode 7. Thanks. Please and thanks.
You'll have 1 week.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You have 1 week. You have 1 week of good stuff. All right. You got anything else for halftime? I got someone doing something outside my house, like banging a hammer or something.
Nice.
Katie and I were positive our neighbors were cooking meth for about a couple hours.
You kids watch too much TV.
It happens in beach towns because people rent out their house for the winter, and usually people that rent out for the winter are undesirables that are using your house for something. I mean, it's tough to say, but that's like when my parents got a house, they're like, don't rent it in the winter. No one good rents for just the winter.
Right.
So anyway, the house behind us has been empty all winter. And then yesterday there was 3 guys in full hazmat suits, like full white suits with gas masks on, using the back door going in and out. And I was just watching them like, what the fuck is this?
Ew.
Were they doing that? But I think they were doing something remodeling or renovating, not meth. But for a little bit, it was like, that's interesting.
That's interesting. Seems like meth.
Yeah, or some other super cool drug that I don't even know about.
Right.
Right. All right. Let's go to the news.
I read the news today, oh boy, and the news was rather sad. Well, I just had to laugh.
I know it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
A woman was banned from Walmart after riding around in her mobile cart while drinking wine from a Pringles can in the parking lot. I call nonsense. A mugger targets UFC's Polyana Viana and immediately regrets the decision because they got beat up. The first Paris restaurant for new diners is closing down. Why? California town wants to avoid wildfires by bringing in the goats. A Rumson man charged with eating a woman's pet fish taunted her with feces in text messages. Blindfolded Utah teen crashes car doing the Bird Box challenge. A stock image of an egg has broken Kylie Jenner's Instagram record for most likes. And a Florida man arrested for telling a woman he's going to kill her with kindness and then taking out his machete, which is named Kindness.
I read the news today, oh boy.
Where do you want to start, Jake?
So no, it's funny. I was looking at the stories and I actually didn't see the machete named Kindness story, and I was gonna bring that up. I saw that yesterday and I was like, "Yo, that's kind of good."
Yeah, no, like if you're a murderer,
if that guy walked away from the argument like, "You know what I'm just gonna do, neighbor? I'm gonna kill you with kindness." And if you were from the outside there, you walked away and were like, "Wow, that guy was the bigger man." He walked away saying he was going to kill them with kindness. Then it comes out later, "Nah, fam, I tricked you. I just named my machete Kindness."
Yeah. Okay, kill me with kindness. I'm begging you. Do it. You've been rude all day. Throw some kindness my way. Murder me with it. Cut my head off with your kindness.
Yeah.
And you're like, Your Honor, she was asking for it. And the other lawyer's like, they didn't know kindness was your machete. They thought it was you being kind. And then the judge is like, so ordered. Murder. He goes away for a murder. Good story, though.
It's a good story, though.
Yeah. What do you got about this woman? She went like viral. Like the whole internet was talking about her riding around in the parking lot out of some Walmart. I don't think she was on a Walmart riding cart. I think she was just on her own personal scooter, drinking wine out of a Pringles can, having a good time, hurting no one, and Walmart runs out and says, you can't shop here anymore. Like, what's Walmart's problem? This is your ideal clientele. This is your bread and butter.
Yeah, Jim, I think this is I'm going to put this in one of our viral marketing campaigns. Because just think about it, like this has so many keywords that to make something go viral, like Walmart, wine in a Pringles can. Those are kind of the big ones, but like it's the typical headline that you want every office place around America to talk about for like 3 minutes. Oh, did you hear about this one lady driving around Walmart with wine in a Pringles can?
I wish you weren't making so much sense right now, because you're right. There's not a lot of info. Like the number one joke on Twitter was, how are we going to live in a time where I know what the president eats for every meal, but you're not going to give me a picture or the full story on the Walmart Pringles can lady? Because it never actually happened.
Yep.
If it did happen, shame on Walmart, because the way they wrote it up, she was just riding around the parking lot. When you picture wine in a Pringles can, are you picturing like a skinny bottle of wine in the Pringles can, she's drinking out of the bottle, or are you picturing liquid being poured into the Pringles can and then drunken out of the Pringles can?
I mean, I'm team liquid.
I'm team liquid as well, in hopes. But if there was a picture to come out, I think it would be like some sort of skinny wine bottle inside of a Pringles can that she like finished eating her chips and then just put the bottle inside the can, so she only had to hold one thing, and we'd all be let down by the picture. Because I think this whole story, I think it's a surface level good story. Underneath the surface, it's all questions and sadness.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, what they decided if they want to add other keywords, like that would have made this popular, like woman with her cat banned from Walmart after riding cart while drinking wine from Pringles can. Like there was a couple other options they could have gone with to make this viral, but they kept it just firm and steady, and here we are.
If this is a viral marketing team's job, and I think this is true, is that not the best job ever?
Yeah, like if there's a guerrilla Illuminati of like underground marketing campaigns, yes.
Should we start?
It's a real thing, by the way. I think people looked into it with Bird Box because they said like all the memes that have come from it with Sandra Bullock being blind, they said there were accounts that were like putting that stuff out there before like the movie became popular.
Yeah, that's great.
Because
should we do a story? What do we want people to what do we want them to, what words do we want to have stuck in their head after our fake story that we do?
I mean, I think we need to think of it from like a Mad Lib level, and it would be like, all right, you have to start with one of these 5 things: Walmart, Florida, ex-girlfriend. There's got to be another keyword or two we're missing there. And then like the follow-up word will be machete. Can
we do something with one of the characters in our story was drinking hot coffee through his eyes?
Okay, yeah.
All right, cool.
I mean, that ignored everything I mentioned.
No, I'm asking if I can put that character in your story. I like what you're doing.
That's the task you want them doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Starbucks customer in Walmart kicked out of store for immediately drinking coffee through his eyes.
Ooh, Starbucks, you might have went too deep. I think you got to go McDonald's.
Okay, yeah, you're right. So McDonald's customer banned from McDonald's after immediately drinking coffee through his eyes.
Permanent retinal damage.
Yes. Sight on scene ambulance.
After going to Lens Crafters and finds out he doesn't have 20/20 vision.
that comes out 2 weeks later when an investigative journalist emails our fake email, which is blindcoffee.com.
Blindcoffee, lenscrafters.com.
Yeah. So there you have it. I'll put that on the news for tomorrow.
Yeah. That'll be on the. We'll report that tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty into this stock image of an egg situation.
I'm not, because they're
we're all sheep.
Yeah, we are all sheep. I'm not into it because their goal was like, let's make this the most liked photo. If it happened organically, that's awesome. But this is exactly when Seattle says, let's break the sound barrier for loudest crowd. And then everyone goes and they go 3, 2, 1, be loud. It's like no one else tried to do this. So you're not the loudest crowd because no other crowd has, done this.
Right.
So if it happened organically and this picture of an egg broke her record, that'd be fantastic. But it's an account that only has one picture, and the caption is like, let's break Kylie's record.
Right.
And that's lame.
I get, you're absolutely right. Like if this was somebody's parent who accidentally Instagrammed an image of the egg and like had no idea they did it.
Yep.
And it went crazy viral. That would obviously be incredible and the best story. I mean, at a certain point, I know we're not the biggest goal setters, but they went out of their way to set a goal to have a stock image of an egg break the Instagram record of most popular picture, and they did it. So I'm giving them some credit where credit's due.
All right, it's a cool picture of an egg too.
Good egg.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about one of the other things. The blindfolded Utah teen crashes doing the Bird Box Challenge.
Right.
Have you talked to Krause about this at all? We bring up Krause every show now, it seems like.
No.
Krause and his buddies back in 2009 when at University of Oregon played blind driver.
Oh, yeah.
They would go from they would party down the street and then they would blindfold the driver and he would have to drive by getting directions from other people. Like Krause did this a decade ago.
Yeah, we used to do this at UConn. This was popular. Blind driver was popular.
Yeah. Yeah. So I never did it because I was always a pussy. But
oh yes. Hella scary, as they'd say in the Bay Area.
Yeah, hella scary. Yeah. Yeah. But okay. That's all I want to say.
The other one that jumps out for me, which I haven't clicked the article and I'll try to, I'll see if it shuts down my computer, but the first nude restaurant closes down.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to guess health violations. It's in France, so this website didn't break your computer. It's about to break mine. I think Jake's frozen. That computer was bound to break it.
No, I can hear you. I'm reading the article, babe.
I can't hear you,
buddy.
I can't hear
you. I can hear you perfectly. Yeah, it looks like it was open for
hello
here. I'm talking, and yeah, it looks like the Au Natural restaurant. That's tough. It's a place I would have liked to gone. I think we're going to see more naked stuff, Jim. I think naked's going to make a big comeback.
Naked's going to make a comeback. Gotcha. Au Natural, Southeast Paris.
Yeah.
Did it say? I couldn't hear what you were saying, but did they say why it got shut down?
No, I don't think so. I think they said we regret to inform you we're closing up.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. I don't know if it'll be like towns. Maybe it'll be a more town thing that we'll just see these nude towns pop up. I know there's nudist colonies, but I think we're gonna see a swinger. Maybe it is like a restaurant that'll end up being in a lot of places. But it's the way nudity still gets suppressed in 2019 is shocking to me.
Well, I mean, no, I'm team wear clothes in public.
Right.
How much and not out of a strict curiosity. So like we'd look at anyone naked for 30 seconds. Anyone.
Right.
Out of straight curiosity and interest. How many % of the people that you see naked for 30 seconds in the world would you want to be like, yeah, keep them off?
I mean, for me, that's where I'm at. I don't really care.
Yeah, nah, probably 2% of the population. I'd be like, yeah, stay naked.
I'd like a person that can embrace it, man.
No, because it's like that viral video of that dude who's got the eye tracking device, and he's like, "Don't look at her boobs. Don't look at her boobs." Do you see this video?
No.
So it's a guy, and he's got eye tracking device on a picture and his computer, and he's like giving himself a pump. So he's like, "Men, we don't look at boobs. We can stay away. We can stay away." And then as soon as he looks at the screen, his eyes track to her breast because the picture of like her breasts or its cleavage is all out. He's like, "Fuck!" Right. And it went viral. It's funny. That would be it. Like I don't want to just stare at your dick and stare at your butt and stare at your boobs all day. But if you're naked, you're forcing my hand, and now I'm walking around like a creep.
I think we as a culture, we could get past that if we just did it. Like if you just did it for one day, it would pass, and then it's done.
I have no interest in people being naked, besides like the very select few who I want to be naked.
You're missing out.
I'm team clothes, all the way. All right, what do we got next? We want to do a T-Quad, 51 minutes. Let's just do Jake's Bet of the Day. Where the fuck did I put this on the soundboard? Here it is.
Bet of the day.
Oh, my volume's off.
Hey, bet of the day. It's the bet of the day. Bet of the day. Bet of the day.
All right, what you got? The 3-1 man stepping up to the plate on a losing streak. What's he taking?
3-1 man?
No. I'm stepping up with a winning streak.
Is one game a losing streak?
Probably not, but on Jomboy and Jake Radio it is. On Jomboy and Jake Radio it is for today only.
No.
Yeah, for today.
No.
Today only.
No. Jim, I'm going with an NBA game because I'm freezing cold in college right now.
Oh yeah, I don't want a hard losing streak.
And Jimmy, this one might be illegal because I'm going to be able to affect the bet.
Oh wow! He's going to be at the game, folks.
Because I will be at the Nuggets Golden State Warriors game where the Golden State Warriors are favored -1.
Oh, so it's a pick 'em basically.
Basically a pick 'em. I'm taking my Nuggets, Jim. And I'll tell you why.
Tell me why.
Hey, I'm gonna be all up in the Warriors' heads mentally.
From the roof with your binoculars.
Hey, Kevin Durant, you real snake move leaving OKC. I hope you sign in New York this year.
Okay.
He's going to be all 6s and 7s after I say that.
Oh, yeah.
But Jimmy, my actual logic is Boogie Cousins comes back the game after this for Golden State. Mm-hmm. Or two games after this, excuse me. But it's going to be a whole, it's going to be part of the storyline. This game obviously means more to the Nuggets because they're hosting the Warriors and the Warriors don't care about anything yet. And then B, it's going to be part of the storyline. Golden State hasn't been as dominant as they've been in the past, but Boogie Cousins does return this week. So that's going to be the storyline. Nuggets win. I wanted to do the over for the over-under because that would be fun. It's a lot of points, 228. But I'm just going to go with my Nuggets. They're 23-19 against the spread this year. Denver Nuggets.
All right, well, here's some more facts. Denver is in their last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. They've only lost 2. They're 8-2 in their last 10, but they are 3-2 in their last 5. Golden State are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've won 6 of their last 7, and their loss came to the Rockets in OT. They haven't lost a game in regulation since Christmas. So that's a good stat. They did lose to the Nuggets earlier this season. Early on, third game of the season, they lost by 2 points to the Nuggets. They remember that. I am going to be taking Jake. Will I agree with Jake? Will I not?
Jakey, about to make a big mistakey. Jakey, about...
Not agreeing. Warriors win.
Wow. Wow. Well, we'll have a confirmed leader again. You've never been the standalone leader, and I hope there's a day you can understand what that feeling feels like.
I'm gonna start
It
selling.
won't be tomorrow.
I'm gonna start selling my picks once I go on a hot streak, and they're gonna be like, "Can I get your pick, man?" I'm like, "Oh wait, I gotta find out what Jake's pick is, and if I agree or disagree with it, then I'll give you my pick."
I'm really worried that you're about to go on a hot streak disagreeing with me.
That's your nightmare.
But we can sell that.
Or I think if I go on a hot,
not my nightmare.
that's
my goal at the start of this was to find a trend. So if the trend is you reverse betting me, then yeah, that's the trend.
okay. But I think it's funny that what if I don't go? I just go on a streak in general. Like in half the time we're on the same side, and the other time I'm not. So it's basically
That's
like
what I'm saying. That would still be really cool to me if you were this betting Nostradamus. You just needed to hear my BS reasoning and sort it out.
yeah, I like it. I like that I just disagree. We were talking about maybe I was going to bring my own bet to the table, but I really like the formula that it is right now.
There's also like a dream of mine that it gets to like 100 and 100, and we could just firmly say that there's no tendency at all. If you've listened to 200 days of Jakey's bet of the day, you've got nothing. So,
do you like my sound clip that I did every time I disagree with you?
Yeah, good sound. That's an all-time Jake sound clip.
I need to find a good one for when I agree with you. Like Jakey's about to make a big mistake. He is perfect.
Right.
I'll scour the interwebs for like there's a lot of sound bites with the name Jake. Like I found this one, remember?
Jake, are you crazy?
That's some cartoon with one of the main characters' name is Jake. So there's tons from that show. So maybe there's one that says like, "You're a genius, Jake Storielli, a genius."
Maybe that. Just take that because I don't know if there's a lot of sound clips that have my last name in it, but I don't know.
Either.
Yeah, maybe a good positive Jake sound clip would go a long way for some.
Yeah. Do you want me to search real quick for one?
I mean, I'll let you search real quick as I dance around it for a second because I know you're interested now, especially because this is a tryout for your soundboard.
Okay. Well, how about this one? Perfect.
Jake is stupid, but he's smart.
That's really good.
That's amazing. That's how quick my soundboard skills are. That's how quick I found
really
that.
Good. I'm proud of you.
Jake is stupid, but he's smart.
Boom.
That's
that is when
clip.
I searched Jake Smart, and that's the first clip that came up. So there you have it. That is the clip when I agree with you. Jake made a big mistake. He's when I disagree with you.
I mean, shoot, man. Pull the plug. That's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all. I'm glad that you allowed me to search that on air. That was nice of you.
Yeah, man.
Worked out well. All right.
I know how much the soundboard means to you.
Here's Avril Lavigne, a good song that Jake says is a bad song. I mean, you were talking about this. He went to her band. He broke up with her. She made it in spite of him. Come on, classic themes here.
I have nothing wrong with the themes. The music sounds like dog shit.
He was a boy, she was a girl.
Thank you guys for listening. I will be back tomorrow on Wednesday for more stuff. Might have some weird coffee in the eye news stories. All right, see ya.